Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. We'll start with the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos issues 3 royal decrees. Council of Ministers praises aspects of citizen celebrations expressing love and gratitude to His Majesty the Sultan. And stressing the importance of contribution to enhance social work, a ceremony is held to mark the World Disabled Day. Those are the headlines, and now for the news in details. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has issued 3 royal decrees. Royal Decree number 66/2014 issues Consumer Protection Law. Article 1 enacts provisions of the attached Consumer Protection Law. Article 2, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette. Royal Decree number 67/2014 issues Competition Protection and Monopoly Prevention Law. Article 1 enacts the attached law of competition protection and monopoly prevention. And Article 2, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette. Royal Decree number 68/2014 issues the System of Public Authority for Civil Defense and Ambulance. Article 1 enacts the attached system pertaining to Public Authority for Civil Defense and Ambulance. Article 2, the Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Public Authority for Civil Defense and Ambulance shall issue regulations and decisions necessary to implement provisions of the attached system. And until the issuance of these regulations and decisions, the rules and systems applied by the Royal Oman Police, where there is no special text mentioned in them, attached system in a way that would not contravene with its rules. Article 3 cancels all that contravenes with this decree and the attached system or contradicts with their provisions. And Article 4, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the following day of its publications. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of condolences to the custodian of the 2 holy mosques, King Abdullah bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, on the death of His Highness Prince Saad bin Abdullah bin Abdul Rahman Al Saud. His Majesty the Sultan also sent a cable of condolences to His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jabr Al Sabah, Emir of Kuwait, on the death of Sheikh Fatima Al Azbi Al Muhammad Al Sabah. His Majesty sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Traian Bascoa of Romania on his country's National Day. And His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has received a cable of thanks from His Excellency President Nicolae Timofetti of Moldova in reply to His Majesty's cable of greetings on his country's independence anniversary. The Council of Ministers praised aspects of citizen celebrations and popular processions which reflected love and gratitude for the builder of Oman's modern renaissance and royal appearance of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos and His Majesty's speech to his loyal citizens, which coincided with the 44th Glorious National Day. The Council of Ministers said it's pleased to praise citizens' expressions which reflected their genuinity and its civilizational inheritance throughout ages. Citizen celebrations had and are still drawing a national portrait which has covered all sectors of the society in all ages, men, women and children, expressing their sincere love for the beloved leader, the guardian of the blessed Renaissance, march for the achievements attained for the country, confirming their determination to continue efforts to preserve achievements realized in a society prevailed by harmony among its all categories, praying Almighty to protect His Majesty the Sultan and bestow him with good health and long life, and to render him success in continuing the leadership of growth and welfare being witnessed by Oman in its glorious reign. By virtue of the wise leadership of His Majesty and the cooperation of its loyal people, the Sultanate has laid strong foundations of good relations existing with brotherly and friendly countries. The Council forwards thanks and appreciations to the neighboring countries and other countries that participated in the Sultanate celebrations and happiness, which reflected the depth and strength of these relations. On the occasion of the National Day of the United Arab Emirates, the Council of Ministers is pleased to present to the leadership and citizens of the Emirates best brotherly greetings, thanking and valuing their expressions of sincere greetings for the Sultanate and its leadership on its occasion and celebrations. And still to come in our news bulletin, an exhibition entitled Oman Message of Peace and Brotherhood is held in Brazil. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Under the auspices of His Excellency Sultan bin Yarab Al Busaidi, advisor at the Ministry of Health, 6th Muscat International Oncology and the 3rd Oman Cancer Association Conference commenced this evening. More details in the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubai.
Over 250 healthcare staff that include oncologists, nurses, radiographer, technologists and radiotherapy have gathered at the annual International Oncology and Cancer Association Conference that commenced this morning. The conference, which was preceded by workshops and seminars, is being led by faculty coming from many countries of Europe and Asia, as well as the Gulf region.
National Clinic Center, it is center of excellence. This is considered one of the best centers in the region. We have all the facilities, starting from medical oncology, where we give chemotherapy, target therapy, hormonal. We have radiotherapy. We have state-of-art machines. We have pediatric hemato-oncology, where we treat pediatric children with cancer. We have nuclear medicine department, which is serving the center and the country. And also we have clinical hematology. There's an outpatient, inpatient, pharmacy. We prepare chemotherapy. Centers of excellence, the latest tech machines. We got it before any place in the Gulf.
This year's conference carries special significance for the National Oncology Center as it's celebrating the 10th year of its existence. It has now evolved into a comprehensive center with state-of-the-art departments of radiation oncology, nuclear medicine, pediatric oncology and medical oncology.
We, as the Oman Cancer Association, first of all, I'd like to thank the Ministry of Health. We believe that we should work together. We work together because we believe that it's not just a treatment. We need to think of the patient as well. So the Oman Cancer Association is involved in the patient capacity, whereby treatment is there. We're thankful it is free for all Omanis, but we also have to think the psychological and the spiritual part of the patient undergoing this treatment.
During the last 10 years, it has been successfully in bringing an international standard of care in the field of oncology, and this is evident by the fact that the center was granted accreditation by international organizations. It is worth mentioning that the Oncology Center is the first among the GCC countries to set up stereotactic radiosurgery and IMRT at the Royal Hospital, the first to provide targeted therapy. The center initiated the development of satellite centers to provide chemotherapy services right from 1996. The latest addition to the list of achievements is the initiations of stem cell transplant in Royal Hospital. The oncology services in the Sultanate of Oman has witnessed a progressive development, and that its standards is similar to that of international one. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubai, Sultanate of Oman Television, Grand Hyatt Hotel.
In dedication of the Giving and Cooperation Value, the Social Development Department and the Governorate of Masandam held a ceremony in the Wilaya of Madha, coinciding with the celebration of the 4th Gulf Social Work Festival, which comes this year under the theme Social Security's Protection and Development. The festival highlighted the importance of focusing on families, of the need to social insurance. His Excellency Sheikh Ahmed bin Salam al-Mahrouqi, Wali of Madha, honored the participants. With the wide participation from physicians and consultants of various governorates of the Sultanate, activities of the National Conference of Pediatrics Disease started in Buraymi Hospital. It discussed the common and modern diseases infecting children through a host of various work papers such as diabetes, thalassemia, and heart problems. It also tackled the new medications specialized for the children's diseases, as well as prevention, precautions, diagnostic methods reached by the modern medicine. A ceremony was held today by Al-Hamra Youth Club to mark the World Disabled Day, to highlight the issue of disability and to enable the disabled from merging with the society. It was presided over by His Excellency Saif bin Mohammed Al-Abri, Secretary General of the Office of the Representatives of His Majesty the Sultan. It stressed the importance of collective contribution to enhance social work through various shows. It also highlighted the efforts exerted for the disabled by government, private and domestic establishments. At the end, a number of the disabled were honored. Celebrations of the 44th Glorious National Day continue in the wilayas and governorates of the Sultanate. In the Governorate of Dhahira, Female Entrepreneurs Committee celebrated this national occasion in the Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industries branch. The celebration included a number of national items with participation of the Indian school in the governorate. Citizens of a Salif village in the Wilaya of Ibri at the governorate of Tahira organized a procession of allegiance and gratitude and took to the streets with the Sultanate's flags hoisting pictures of His Majesty the Sultan, as traditional bands performed singing arts and a prayer to Almighty to protect His Majesty and endow him with good health. In the Wilaya of Suwaiq at the governorate of North Batna, the citizens organized a procession of allegiance and gratitude to join the celebrations of the 44th Glorious National Day. It came to express their gratitude to Almighty Allah on His Majesty's recovery. They were holding the Sultanate's flag and pictures of His Majesty, the Sultan, as traditional bands, singing arts added more joy to this glorious occasion. It also included poems on His Majesty the Sultan and Oman, as well as Omani traditional marine dances that were performed. Rejoicing the 44th anniversary of the Renaissance process, Sheikh Al-Barakat School in the Wilaya of Manah in the governorate of Al-Dakhiliya held a procession of allegiance that consisted of national poems, presentations, traditional arts, performances. During the procession, the riders on Arab horses and camels displayed different shows, and huge crowds of citizens carried pictures of His Majesty and hoisted flags of the Sultanate. A national poetic evening was organized in Al-Jaza village in the Wilaya of Al-Mudaybi to celebrate the 44th Glorious National Day and the reassurance on the health of His Majesty the Sultan. It witnessed a participation from a number of poets from those interested in national poems. The poets delivered poems praising His Majesty the Sultan and the achievements realized during His Majesty's glorious reign at all levels and walks of life. The activity also included some of the traditional dances such as Al-Yoda as well as At-Taghrud. To join the 44th Glorious National Day celebrations, the citizens of Majzi village in the Wilaya of Ibri at the governorate of Tahira organized a procession of allegiance and gratitude. It came to express feelings of loyalty and gratitude to the builder of Oman's Renaissance, His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. The citizens took to the streets with the Sultanate's flag hoisting as traditional bands, singing arts added further joy to the glorious occasion. Oman, Message of Peace and Brotherhood, an exhibition held in the Brazilian capital. Brasilia enjoyed a great turnout from Brazilians and Arab communities living there. The visitors hailed the noble human value of the exhibition through spreading the civilizational coexistence culture and enhancing the values of human understanding within the Sultanate's positive initiatives to enrich civilizational dialogue. It included various pavilions which reflected real potentials of Omani society and features of its traditional heritage, besides the strategic vision adopted by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos as per strong pillars and principles dependent on coexistence among the world's nations. It also comprised documents narrating the deep-rooted history of the Sultanate throughout eras, as well as artistic paintings shown in the mobile exhibition. It also had a pavilion set for women to highlight the various traditional genuine costumes and its role in the society. I Love My Country, a story series, is introduced in the exhibition in the Portuguese language. And now for the general weather forecast. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of low clouds and fog late night and early morning over the southeastern coastal areas. Winds will be northerly to northeasterly light to moderate along the southeastern coast, while it will be northwesterly light to moderate along the rest of the Sultanate. Seas will be moderate along the western coast of the governorate of Masandam and the Sea of Oman with a maximum wave height of 2 meters. And along the rest of the coast, it will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos issues 3 royal decrees. Council of Ministers praises aspects of citizen celebrations, expressing love and gratitude to His Majesty the Sultan. And stressing the importance of contributing to enhance social work, a ceremony is held to mark the World Disabled Day. With that, we come to an end to tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, good night.